speaking with the car wash workers and really recognizing how their stories are real stories that affect all of us. While speaking to one of the car wash workers, she mentioned how the summer month tips turned into winter food money instead of it being extra money to lay around. So that really allowed me to recognize how important this work is into real people's lives.
So part two. Okay. So my aha moment of the whole campaign was seeing how the Clean Car Wash campaign tries to empower the workers. Well, they empower the workers by having workshops, like the financial literacy workshops, which taught them about managing their expenses. And it's just the car wash workers themselves, they want to learn and they want to be part of the community to better their conditions because it's a group community effort. So yeah, I think it's that, like even themselves, they want to be empowered and learn.
So the main motivation or reason why I was driven throughout Union Summer was just the fact that I've never been involved in any kind of activity that involves unions or being involved in the labor movement. So, the first week that we got involved in the car wash campaign, we had this, this circle, this meeting with the car washeros, and the lead organizer had asked us, when was the first time that you recognized that there was injustice in the world? And that was the moment that I think I got introduced to each individual intern as well as each car washero. And I think without that meeting, we wouldn't have been as close as we are today, because we saw a weak moment in each and every one of us, and we also recognize that we've all been affected in a certain way. And I think we need to keep in mind that it is really about the workers, and each and one of those stories is going to stick with me for the rest of my life, and that's what I think drove me throughout the entire summer, because there's a lot of people like that with an individual story. Could be much worse, so I want to fight for their rights so they could be recognized as human beings in the workforce.
So what was my aha moment is the question. My aha moment was I wouldn't have came to this campaign if it wasn't the whole campaign wasn't an aha moment. It's really a dynamic campaign that brings together labor, environmental, social justice groups together to advocate on a largely undocumented population and of brown people from Central, Southern, South America. That's largely the workforce. So I think that's really dope that this campaign came together. So I wouldn't have come here if this whole campaign wasn't an aha moment. My aha moment was satisfied working with them too.
In summer, I don't know if I had a particular aha moment, but I know the thing that I enjoyed the most about Union Summer was being able to work with the car wash workers. Not in a sense where we're like actively organizing the car wash workers, but organizing with them. Clean Car Wash campaign is very worker-centered, and I really enjoyed the model that they used to organize. And I really appreciate and value the opportunity that I had to work alongside and grow with brigaders, who are car wash workers who have been terminated for union activity. And Union Summer was just a blast. One of the things I really enjoyed about it was being able to work on a variety of campaigns. We worked with, the Clean Car Wash campaign. We worked on the End Wage Theft Coalition. We worked with the pork strike, with the Teamsters, United Food Chain Workers. That action was organized and executed very efficiently. and working with AFM was aight. And oh, I'm being followed. Oh, this is weird. Anyways, final thoughts about Union Summer. LA was the shit. Clean Car Wash campaign is the shit. And there's Greg giving side-eye again.
No comment.
And Jack with his little side comments. All right,
This
bang.
whole experience was when the car wash workers were leading one of the workshops. Because to me it showed that despite anything that they're going through, despite any conditions like at home or economic things that they're going through, they have agency and that they are willing to work together to kind of make change happen within any industry. It's also really important to see that there are leaders in any kind of organization, especially with in a car wash industry, because most of the time you would think that workers get intimidated, and they do get intimidated by their bosses, but I like the fact that they fight back. And that, you know, to me, agency is really important, and it's important for the labor movement. It's important if we really want to see anything happen. So, you know, kind of promote agency right here. Cool.
What moment, you ask? That moment came at the very end, when, right before we went to the musicians union, one of the car wash shuttles, he asked us, "Are you guys ever coming back?" And it really made an impact on me, because when we first started, the first week, the very first day, they were questioning our presence, as in, you know, what can they do to help us? And so that at that moment, I realized that, you know, we grew together and we were able to have this connection. And that was my aha moment.
As far as what I was able to learn from the workers this summer, first off, I've loved all the work that we did with Clean Car Wash. And, you know, when you're a part of an oppressed group of people yourself, it's quite easy to understand and relate to the oppression of others. And so, as it pertains to the workers, the car washeros, and specifically the brigadistas who I was able to share stories with and just create a real bond with, it affirmed for me how important solidarity is. So the car washeros taught me the value of solidarity. I didn't have a single aha moment. After all, we are living in an imperialist, white supremacist, capitalist, heteropatriarchy, and this is the norm. So as far as the workers go, any type of harassment or discrimination or exploitation that they experience based on race, class, socioeconomic status, gender, sexual orientation, or just the decision to not subscribe to any of that, we're constantly fighting for respect. And this summer, in several moments, not just one, I was affirmed in the belief that the fight must continue, and the fight is relevant, and the fight gets results. So.
Sometimes it freezes my shadow. In the midst of all this darkness, I sacrifice my ego. There ain't no room for selfish. We do it for the people. The night is taking over, and the moonlight gets exposure, and the players have been chosen.